Honda is back, and its new Civic hatchback is here to prove it. Now, you're probably thinking, hang on a minute, Honda's small car hasn't gone anywhere lately, and you'd be right. Since the turn of the century, and for 3 generations now, the good ship Civic has been out circling in a sea of mediocrity. But this 10th generation reboot promises character, promises mojo, and promises to put Civic back on the small hatchback map. Is it Honda's renaissance? Let's find out.
Yes. Well, it's good to see you finally made it, mate.
Yeah, but check this out.
Look, I am aware of the new Civic sedan.
No, this is the hatchback, right?
okay.
So the hatch and sedan designers, they're finally on speaking terms again.
Look, they might be on speaking terms, but it's pretty hard to call this an attractive vehicle, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's got presence and curves and angles.
It also has a monobrow, which is not that great. And what exactly do these vents do?
It scares small children.
Would they be the same small children who drank too much red cordial before designing the rear of this new Civic sedan hatch?
I know. But what Honda really needs right now for its bread and butter models
Yeah.
is a bold statement. I mean,
Yeah.
when was the last time you saw an NSX supercar on the roads?
Oh, never. I haven't seen one.
Or a Type R in the showroom?
Yeah, look, you haven't. That's true. Same amount of time. But hot hatches are the least of Honda's concerns right now.
What is?
Korea.
That looks amazing.
Well, this is the all-new Hyundai i30 SR Premium.
Looks French.
Looks French at the back. It looks a little more German at the front to my eyes.
It looks like Braille for Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, that might be the case, but I think this all comes together. It looks really stylish, and most importantly, it looks expensive.
It looks European expensive.
Now look, while Honda's been doing, I don't know what Honda's been doing, the South Koreans have been designing better and better hatchbacks.
So this is the benchmark now.
Well, if the Civic's on a new course like you say it is, it needs to know where it's going, right?
So where are we going?
Follow me. Now, I'm absolutely convinced that this all-new Hyundai i30 has the depth and quality to handle anything that the new Honda Civic can throw at it. And you see, the South Korean manufacturers have been making greater and greater strides with small hatchbacks, while the Japanese manufacturers have been concentrating on other things, like utes.
Honda doesn't do utes, but it did create the original Civic back in the early 70s, which pretty much set the mold for small car goodness. It's a car that's more important and more iconic than the XL that Honda created in the early 90s.
Forget all about history, because what counts is right now, today, and this new i30 SR Premium is a huge step forward over even the old i30. There's a real sense of maturity and quality to this new version.
As smart and, well, as French as a Hyundai is, it just really doesn't grab you by the throat like the Civic's design does. On the inside, well, there's kind of newfound classiness, and the design is more centric towards drivers rather than motorists.
What the Civic doesn't have is substance, and it's not just about the plush leather trim or the panoramic glass sunroof or the 8-inch floating touchscreen. It's not just about the fully loaded luxury that comes with the $33,950 price tag either. This new i30 is premium by name, and it feels utterly premium by nature.
Now the name VTI LX hardly resonates top shelf, but it's loaded with bells and whistles, and some of which the i30 doesn't have, such as the lane watch camera system and this jet fighter style instrumentation. And it's $400 more affordable.
And while Kurt might be in something that looks like a hot hatch, he's certainly not in something that drives like a hot hatch.
Oi, where's he going? Hey Trent.
You have a message from Kurt. Hey Trent, pull over ya bastard, give me a steer.
Red stitching, racy. This Honda's really come a long way since the XL, which is motoring's cockroach.
hang on a second. I'm just having a look. Where is this mojo you speak of?
I can't see any mojo.
I think this i30 thinks that it's a hot hatch.
Wait for it.
Crikey!
He's gone.
Geez, this 1.6 turbo engine's got heaps more pep than the Civic.
Come on. Geez, this 1.5 litre turbo's noisy and it's working hard too.
Earthstream's technology, Trent.
Just like their Formula 1 engines.
Yeah, and that's going well for them, isn't it?
This dual clutch gearbox is pretty handy on the move.
Why does something that looks this aggressive and this sporty
You have a rubber band for a transmission. It makes no sense.
Honda does do a conventional manual, Trent, but they just don't offer it in Oz.
Yeah, well, it's not helping the Civic's cause right now, is it?
Nah. So, any surprises out there in Honda land?
You know what? For a basic Civic,
That isn't an RS version, let alone a full house Type R. This is actually pretty good. How about you?
The i30 suspension's really well sorted. It sits flat and corners really well.
Do you know how many damper settings Hyundai tried to get that right?
4,
Nope.
3.
Nope. 208.
208? While we're throwing around factoids, Trent, do you know how economical the original 1974 Civic was on a good day?
I've got no idea.
7.5 litres per 100. And that turbocharged modern version that you're driving now, Honda claims does 6.1.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty good for something that weighs twice as much and has 3 times as horsepower.
Well, you know, as an all-round drive, this Honda is actually pretty good. It's really quite fun and I never expected that. And I tell you what, it's been a long, long time since I've said that about a bread and butter Civic.
Yeah, well, that's progress for you, but not quite as much forward progress as this Hyundai can make. Well, we know which of these two is the hotter car.
We do, but hang on a second. Can you see a racetrack anywhere around here, Kurt?
And I know what you mean, because neither of these cars are the high performance versions.
True.
Now, Hyundai will get an N version, and the Civic will come out in Type R form.
And Type R should be sometime in the next decade?
You know what it is about this pair?
Tell me.
It's time to be excited about the Asian hatchback again.
I have to agree with you. This Honda proves that the Civic has got some of its character and its mojo back.
Yeah, and the i30 proves that you're going to need a lot more than character and mojo to rule that hatchback roost.